Then he stops to change rear wheels and refuel. He's built up a useful lead, but the Ferraris of Hawthorn and Collins can complete the race without refueling. So Fangio's giving away precious seconds. Only a man like this incredible Argentinian could hope to overcome such a handicap. Hawthorn's leading now and driving magnificently, with Collins on his tail. But Fangio's there too, breaking the lap record time and again. And he takes the lead in the nick of time. He streaks for the line 150 yards ahead of Hawthorn. Experts declare it's Fangio's finest race. Twice the age of his nearest rivals, he's still the world's greatest driver.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video here at Motorsport Madness. Today we are going to be doing another tribute episode. So the other week we uploaded a video remembering Tony Brooks, who sadly passed away recently, and that gave me an idea to start maybe a series of on drivers who are sadly no longer with us, but to take the opportunity in a particular video to focus on individuals and look back at when they made headlines, when their finest moments, and kind of try and recreate them, or at least just do our best to recreate them and just take the time to remember a particular driver. And today I thought there'd be no better driver to start with than Juan Manuel Fangio, a name that A, I cannot pronounce properly, and B, one of the finest gentlemen in motorsport history, maybe even world sport history. A name that just screams just ultimate driver, the ultimate warrior, the speed, just the what a gentleman he really is. Fangio, what is there to say about him that has not been said already? A 5-time world champion, and even non-championship races he still won everything. In every car he drove he was successful with, you know, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, Maserati, Mercedes, all the cars. He always went to the team that had the fastest car. And today we are in the year 1957, a year that saw his last career win, and also obviously his last Formula 1 World Championship with Maserati in the 250F, which you are seeing on the screen now. And we are at the Nordschleife. Is that ringing any bells? Because it was this race that probably his most famous win was at the 1957 German Grand Prix. He was leading a lot of the race, and then it came for a pit stop and it all went wrong. One of the mechanics dropped a wheel nut, it rolled out of the car, and it took over half a minute to recover this wheel nut, and by the time he left the pit lane he was 48 seconds behind Peter Collins. But then he didn't give up, he charged for the next 10 laps and broke the lap record 9 times. He broke it and then broke it again and then broke it again, over and over again, until he overtook Peter Collins and then overtook Mike Hawthorn, the leader, as well, and went on to win the race. What an incredible achievement on the Nordschleife. On Monza or Spa that might have been achievable, but on the Nordschleife. And Fangio once famously said that this was probably one of his most famous circuits, and to master this is an achievement, and he loves it. And so today we're going to be recreating kind of a portion of that race. We are starting on pole position, which didn't really mean much back then, because as you probably saw when the car was positioned, when the camera was positioned in a different position, you would have seen that there are 4 other cars lined up next to us. So pole position doesn't really mean much in this instant. We have 3 laps, so this is going to be a bit of a long race, but being it the Nürburgring 1967 version, I thought let's just make the most out of this and let's have some fun on the way, and let's just see how difficult this track is in a car like this. I've done a few practice laps and I can tell you it's difficult. We have some Ferrari 375s, not period accurate, but we don't actually have period accurate Ferraris. Valuable VW5s, a plethora of Maserati 250Fs. We also have some BRM P25s also in the mix as well, just to fill up, make up the numbers. So I think I'll chat more as the race goes on. I'm sure this is going to go horribly wrong for me because I'm a terrible driver. And let's get on with it, I think. Right? Yeah? Okay, let's pay tribute to Fangio. Alright then. The lights are about to go for the Nürburgring. You hear that Ferrari next to me just roaring its way. I've had to turn down the volume as well. I can't really hear myself, and I got off to a decent start, but not quite good enough. The two Ferraris get off to a great start. I don't know where the rest of the cars are. I'll start braking now because I don't really... The brakes on these cars are just... well, terrible. A lot of lag then, just see that. I do apologise. My PC does appear to be struggling somewhat with this track and the amount of cars that are on it as well at the same time. So if it's stuttering a little bit, I do apologise. We kind of match the speed of these Ferraris. But so yeah, heavy braking zone here as we head on to the Nordschleife portion of this track. I have no idea where the other cars. The van was actually right behind me. Not sure who it is though, because I've actually turned off the leaderboard, so then it's a little bit more of an authentic feel around this race. So we've got 3 laps to complete of this green hell. So there's no need to rush or push too hard, but I have got a van wall trying to push me hard. That kind of sounds a bit wrong, but oh well. Come on, get to gear for God's sake. Yeah, I can definitely hear a van wall behind me. It's probably Tony Brooks again. So one of these Ferraris will be Mike Hawthorne. And probably, actually, it's probably Peter Collins and Mike Hawthorne. Not sure which one is which because obviously I turned the leaderboard off. Alright, now we're going to speed up a little bit. Over this bridge. And if we're fast enough, we're going to get some air. Yep, definitely. Really love this track. So far, so good. I haven't gone off. None of the other drivers have either, so that's pretty fun. Pretty impressive from my standards. Alright, I'm going to take a pass here. A lot of turns, and braking board's coming up. Ooh. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's fine. It's fine. No, Tony. No, no, no. Okay. Well, at least we've got a van wall in front of me, so at least then we can say we've chased down a van wall. That's the 4th gear. That's maximum gear. 3rd. So one of these van walls would be Tony Brooks, the other one would be Sterling Moss. Maybe late braking. No, that's neutral jet. But I just find it incredible how on a track like this he managed to make back 48 seconds and broke the lap record 9 times. It's just a testament to Fangio's skill. And like I said, he was successful in every car he drove in Formula 1. Maserati, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, and Maserati. Ooh. And I still think he still holds the record for the highest win percentage in Formula 1. I know back in the 50s they didn't run as many races as they do now, but it's still an incredible statistic. Whoa, okay, what are you doing? Just suddenly swerve into me. To be fair, the Ferrari that we're seeing in front of us, his brakes are not great. And you do find yourself locking up a lot more often than you would normally. Keep going into neutral. The other thing about this particular race and his particular charge is that even on the first lap, coming out of the pits, he took 11 seconds out of Colin's time. 11 seconds. Oh god, might have overcooked that slightly. That's fine. Also wanted to point out, this is actually the first race I've done on this old Nordschleifer Nürburgring track layout. Alright, so up to second now. Just overtaken one of the Ferraris, which will either be Collins or Michael Hawthorne. I actually watched last night the documentary film called Ferrari, the Race to Immortality. What a great film that is. And I've got to say, I nearly teared up at the end. It was such a sad tale. You got to really feel for drivers such as Mike Hawthorne, who just, you know, over a single year just witnessed all of his closest friends just die, in some cases right in front of his eyes, as did Peter Collins. Because obviously we take the lead. Obviously Peter Collins died in the 1958 German Grand Prix, and unfortunately Mike Hawthorne was witness to that. But it was a brilliant documentary, and drivers like Tony Brooks also witnessed. Oh god, hold up, took that a bit too hard. It's okay, the Ferrari over there, someone going around the first carousel, someone going into it. Ferrari's just gone straight in. So we're now in the lead. Can we keep this? So far I feel like we are good enough to keep it, but we're heading into the probably the most difficult section of the Nürburgring, and it's fine. And sadly, obviously, Fangio passed away in 1995, but he died at a very, very old age, and what a life he lived. Come on. See, what's up with these older cars? I saw a quote from Jim Clark, who said it's not about how hard you put the brakes on, it's more about how you control the brakes. You know, how about you know how gently to use the brakes through corners. And I kind of use that quote as a sort of guide to improve my driving, really. So now, especially in these older cars, it's not so bad in the modern cars, because with all traction control and ABS and stuff like that, you know, you don't really have to worry about your braking so much. But in these older cars, it's true, you don't want to be too hard around corners and tracks like this. You've got to learn each corner how much brake you use. So this, oh no, always throws me out that corner. But we're in the lead by quite some margin. I don't know where all the other cars have gone. Didn't think I was doing that well. I can see a blue car behind me. I don't know who that is, but I don't know where the other cars are gone. second carousel. So we're approaching the first, well, the last straight, so we're nearing the end of the first lap. Haven't seen any retirements so far, which is nice. Because the first time I did attempt a race here, almost half the grid retired at the start of the first lap, and I was like, well, that's a bit poo. So I just, retired. I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. Now onto the main straight. It's a lot bumpier and a lot up and down than the modern version. Not so flat. We've got the lovely castle on top of the hill over there, and a hot air balloon. And the position of the mirrors, I can't see directly behind me. Right, can't remember to brake or not, but I'm just going to lift off and hope for the best, and it works out perfect. Here you can go full throttle through this corner and this one, and then heavy braking zone. Oh, come on. Right, still got two cars behind me. We're about to find out if there has been any retirements, because the pit lane is right next to the main straight. Well, start from the straight. So, second lap now. There has been one retirement, and it looks to be a BRM. So, what happened with the Vanwalls and the Ferraris behind me, I do not know. And what's happening to me as I go off. But it's okay. We're still doing pretty well, I think, especially for a track like this. There's the other two cars, and I should be able to see where the other cars are. Oh, blimey, they're miles away from me. Actually, can't stop here really. I've thought of an idea. How about we stop? If we find a wider section such as here, let's pretend we're on a pit stop, 30 seconds. Right, let's go. So, that was a disastrous pit stop. Can we make our way through the field? See my idea? Do you like it? Now, I'm going to have to push a little bit harder than I did that last lap. We've got a Vanwall front here. And there's the big group of cars. So, just like Fangio did in 1957, he had a terrible pit stop and had to make his way all the way back to the lead, which he did. Can we do the same? With only a lap, well, 2 laps really to go. Let's go through the middle here. Good, we made it. Luckily, if you hit the other cars, they don't go spinning off like they do in later cars. But I think we have a good chance of bringing ourselves back. And I have actually got the difficulty set quite high, although the aggression is quite low, just to try and avoid accidents. Because I don't like having races where drivers just constantly retire. It's just not fun. The more cars, the better. So this is the challenge. The heat has certainly gone up. Okay, there's another Maserati just going off slightly there. Try and go on the inside of this guy. Don't know who he is, but to be honest, I don't care. Got a Ferrari on my left. That could have been one of the great Brits of Hawthorne or Collins. Speed on this thing. such a beautiful feel to this car. You really do feel like you're driving it. Obviously, if I did get a gear stick, it'll be even more realistic, because at the moment, obviously, with paddle shifters, it's a little bit easier than what it actually was. But we made up quite a few positions already. As we get past the van wall. Don't know what number he is. I think it's number 8, in which case that's Sterling Moss. Heavy braking zone. Oh god, oh god. Got BRM on the right, and this is Tony Brooks in front of me, I think. Or it might be Stuart Lewis Evans, I'm not too sure. Hello. That's a close one. Oh, brake now. Always get this corner wrong. I don't really want to, especially with all these cars right around me. See, that van wall, it doesn't look quick, but it is quick. Right, we're in an awkward position now because we're part of the track where overtaking is quite difficult. And I want to avoid losing my position to what I presume is Moss behind me. Nope. This is a nice fight, I like this. Especially on this channel. I want more fights like this more often. Now we're entering Bergwerk, well, the Bergwerk area. Wow, how is there no contact there? I do not know. You crazy bastard. Ooh. Right, can we make the overtake here? It's going to be bloody risky, I'll tell you. Ooh, we've just about done it. Ooh. So it's a very hot day in the UK today. Well, for UK standards. It's bloody boiling now in this room. Now this is another Ferrari. This is possibly Mike Hawthorne. Because obviously we've got what I presume is another Maserati in the lead. With another van wall, which could be Tony Brooks, might not be. I have no idea. Right, jump, maybe. But I still think we have a chance of getting back into the lead, you know. I didn't think we'd make it through the field this quickly. Come on. That's how you do it. And this has been an intense race, but it's been very fun so far. I'm enjoying this, and I hope you are as well. And into the carousel we go. Get up Ferrari with a supercharged engine behind me. I think it's supercharged. Well, a lot of things nowadays were, well, nowadays I mean 1957, a lot of things were supercharged. Has anyone seen that film on Netflix which is about Fangio? It's a brilliant film, it's a documentary film. But it's bloody brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched it quite a few times. I mean, in comparison to a lot of other drivers in Formula 1 history, Fangio, yes, I respect him very much as a driver, and I hugely admire him for his achievements, but it's not really, like, I don't really know so much about him. I guess he was, you know, part of an era where drivers weren't that well known. They weren't really considered celebrities. But Fangio, Fangio is probably the first driver to really have that sort of celebrity status. But what a man to do it. 5 world titles in 1950s. Absolutely incredible. Start that turn. Obviously we're in 3rd place now. We might be even in first, because for all we know, the 2 leaders might have crashed. We don't know. But we'll find out soon enough. I'm sure when we get to the straight we'll see him. Ooh, always makes my stomach turn going down that bit. Love this section. See, I thought I saw a glimpse of them just a second ago. But clearly I was wrong. I'm sure I saw them again then. Am I just seeing things? Am I just hallucinating? Wow. How did I manage that? I've never driven like that in this car before in my life. So we're about to hit the straight and I'm about to cut the hedges. Right, I can't see them. Oh wait, no, yes I can. Ladies and gentlemen, the leaders are about to go under the bridge, so we're not actually too far away. We're probably about 8 seconds behind them. So we really need to push this lap. Or can we do it? That's the question. Can we... Can we complete this feat? I really hope we do. I think this be the perfect tribute to him. Obviously not quite on the same scale as what Fangio really did on that day in 1957, but it's still something. Right. So leaders on leaders on final lap now, so they must have only just crossed the finishing line, so we have now one last lap to try and catch up to them and beat them. Still only one retirement, which is good. We're going to break down. There's the leaders over there. So that's our target. That's probably about 10 seconds we need to catch up. And obviously I need to push myself beyond the limit, because that is what Formula 1 is all about, especially now in 1957. Push yourself and the car beyond its capabilities, beyond its limits. Become that warrior that they are so described, that fighter-like mentality. Let's try and bring that to the table as we try and win this race. And yeah, what we do really. I think that's the tactic really. If in doubt, just spin the car through the corners. It works. It definitely works. Ooh. The line all wrong there, but it's okay. Still got a long way to go till the race is finished. Right. I cannot see them. That's slightly worrying. But it's okay, it's okay. If we just stick to what we've been doing, we should be alright. the pace I've got is good. It got me in the lead in the first place. So I'm sure I can do it again. See, this feels fast until I do that, of course. But then again, the AI have been doing it as well. So to beat the AI, I have to be the AI. Come on, I'm trying too hard here. Just focus. What if I've broken the lap record? Unlikely. Unlikely. Do it. So we're almost, well, I wouldn't say halfway, but we're probably a third of the way now. And I can't see the other cars. But we are definitely a long way from the cars that we've already passed, which is a good sign. And I'm just hoping that the cars in front are not impossible to catch up, and I'm sure we can. I believe in myself. So I am actually concentrating quite a lot now. And that's the thing, I haven't really had that much practice on this track with this car. I only did about 4 laps before this video started. So yeah, I haven't really done that much. Right. That's the thing, no leaderboard on my left. I can't say how close I am or if I'm catching up. I have absolutely no idea. That's what makes this even more intense, as we're pretty much halfway now. Such a fabulous track, it really is. And the fact that Fangio was the absolute master around here, you gotta take your hat off to him. And imagine, I mean, sometimes everybody's probably had that driver where they thought, oh, I wish I could just, you know, sit in a room with him and I'll just chat for hours. Fangio is probably one. And that story is just to hear how he does it. I mean, he could have had more World Championship. Let's not forget, in 1950 he was fairly close, and he also had a year out of Formula 1 because of injury that he sustained in a crash at the I think it was the Mania. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it was that. I don't think it was a Formula 1 crash. Right, cannot see. Well, I can't see, but what I'm referring to, I cannot see the other drivers. The other 2 cars I still need to beat. No idea where they are, but we've still got a chance. I know at the straight we were at least 9 seconds behind them, because just before I recorded this video, I did a kind of AI test to see whether the AI were okay around here, and I followed the entire grid in a Brabham BT24, and at one point I was like, yeah, they'll be fine. So then I chased the entire field, and I got to the straight, and the leader was 9 seconds in front of me, which I, overtook him pretty quickly in the car that is the Brabham BT24. And the average, the distance that I saw was very similar to what I saw earlier in this race. No. Right. I don't think we're going to do this. If we had, say, one more lap, then this might have been... Hang on a minute. I've just seen a car at the top of this road. Right, the drive is now with me. It's in my hands. Can I do this? I've just seen a car very close. It looked like it was one of the van walls. Corner slightly. Yep, there we go. There's one. But where's the other one? So we're getting close to the end of this lap now, the end of this race, and we're getting so close to the other car, and we are chipping away at his time because it's getting closer and closer. There he is, it's one of the Maseratis, so that means the van wall of Tony Brooks is in the lead. We're approaching the straight, it's just round this corner. There it is, the other Maserati. Chase begins. Interestingly, I am not seeing another car in front of him. This is it, guys. It's now or never. It's Maserati versus Maserati. I'm actually sweating. I don't think I'm getting any closer unless he brakes pretty hard at this corner, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to give it a bit of a light tapping just to make sure I don't collide with any hedges. Last couple of corners. No. No. That's ruined it. And that was the leader. No. No. Oh, we had a great effort. I'm actually quite gutted that we didn't make that win. Second place. No way. We were so close to victory then. And I'm out of breath. It looked like the van wall retired. Oh man, I'm gutted, but that was a good effort, I think. I give myself a round of applause for that. That was quite intense. And it's boiling hot in this room as well. Second place, if we didn't mess it up at the end there, we could have potentially got the win. I cannot go back. I cannot go back to change the clocks. But that just goes to show what kind of man Fangio was. The fact that he chased Collins from mile after mile after mile, chipping away at his time, lap after lap, breaking the lap record, lap after lap. It's just incredible. And I hope this video is kind of put across just how mental it was, and hopefully, and I hope, well, obviously If he was still around, he wouldn't be watching this video, let's be honest. But I hope this has been a nice tribute to him in such a fabulous car as the Maserati 250F. Man, I'm exhausted, but also, please, that was a fun race. Overall, that was a brilliant race. Probably one of the favourite races I've ever done. And yeah, well guys, I really hope you enjoyed that, and if you have, thank you so much for watching. That was a brilliant race, and I'm so happy. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna have a shower. So yes, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please hit the like, the like button and subscribe, and I hope for just a few minutes, or at least whatever, we've paid tribute to Juan Manuel Fangio, the true legend, the warrior that he was. And yeah, and I'll see you in the next video.